Why do most seniors fade after 80? Even individuals who were successful a few years ago often decline. Most people believe what happens after 80 is inherited or lucky. It's not the complete tale. This video examines 5 unexpected explanations, often neglected and rarely discussed. They explain why many older individuals struggle to live long and healthily over 80. These factors aren't related to diet, smoking, or exercise. These subtler elements typically go unnoticed, even in persons who've done most right. The good news is that you can fix them once you know them. Stay with me until the end of this video to learn what actually hinders longevity after 80 and how to prevent it. Because these 5 unexpected reasons may help you age better before it's too late. Let's begin. Firstly, we need to address the issue of microsocial engagement loss. The decline of microsocial contact is one of the main reasons many older people don't live past 80. These are not close friendships or family reunions. Yes, those matter, but so do the small, seemingly insignificant exchanges that used to fill your day without your notice. How often did you greet the mailman, joke with the grocery store cashier, or wave to the neighbor walking their dog across the street? These brief interactions were enjoyable, but they also regulated your neurological system, strengthened your sense of belonging, and stimulated your brain's social circuitry. However, many seniors cease shopping after 80. They buy online or ask family. They stop talking to people because their hearing isn't as good. They also stop walking outside because it's too cold or their knees hurt. When minor social touchpoints go, vitality fades too. Not many people understand it's happening, which is interesting. They think they're simplifying life, but they're actually losing low-level social connections that boost mood, stimulate brain activity, and remind the body they're still alive. Complexity is unnecessary. I've known 80-year-old guys who stayed sharp by walking to the same coffee shop every morning, greeting the same staff, and nodding to the same 3 folks on the street. 5 minutes of human connection was normal but vital. It shaped their days. It held them accountable. This helped them feel seen. Losing such innocence has biological consequences. The brain treats deep and subtle loneliness as a stressor. It messes with hormones, inflammation, and immunity. Most crucially, it shrinks brain networks that regulate memory, attention, and emotion. This makes you feel older faster. If you've stopped venturing out for simple errands, starting informal conversations, or feeling invisible in your community, it's time to change that. Because even fleeting moments of connection signal to your brain and body that you matter. You're still involved. That message is one of the best life-saving medicines. It not only extends years, but also boosts one's spirit. Overprotective inaction. Another silent reason many don't live past 80 is what appears to be wisdom, being watchful. However, being vigilant can lead to overprotection. Crossing that line rarely has immediate effects, but it usually accumulates over time. Starting with excellent intentions is common. You may have slid on steps or nearly fallen on the sidewalk. You reduce your outdoor walks. You no longer bend to reach low shelves or get into the back seat. There is an increase in the amount of time spent sitting. People admire your caution. Don't push. They say, take it easy. You build a secure, calm life before you realize it. However, no one discusses what happens when movement stops. Strength too. It's not just about legs or arms, but also about coordination, balance, and inner stability. Your body needs tension to work best. Your body functions more like a garden that requires care. When activity dwindles, things change. They weaken. It appears initially in the core. Few recognize how crucial deep trunk muscles are for everything. This includes activities such as walking, lifting, standing, and even getting up. Muscles diminish after a few weeks of inactivity. As they diminish, your balance worsens. You wobble. Cycle deepens. Walter, 82, quit walking in the evenings after slipping on a rainy day. The injury left him with a scar. Not broken bones, but the scare was enough. He moved from exercising a mile every night to watching TV most evenings. In 6 months, he lost 10 pounds of muscle. He had jelly legs. Although his doctor cautioned him, the damage had already occurred. Walter continued despite weakness. Stopping made him weak. This is not to suggest that you should ignore genuine risks. Consider using handrails, stable shoes, clear walkways, or a cane to defend oneself. Managing risk is different from accepting it. The body forgets how to move when fear controls it. You may be doing less because you're terrified of what might happen, not because you can't. Am I defending myself or fading? Living over 80 involves more than just not falling. Even if you have to move more, keep going, slower, more carefully. The body recalls its demand through movement. It keeps your systems running, your brain attentive, and your heart pumping with purpose. Please let me know you're viewing this video if you're finding these thoughts helpful by commenting number 2 below. To prevent missing videos, please subscribe and activate the bell. Your donation helps us keep making useful and inspiring material. Let's proceed. Third, irregular light exposure disrupts sleep. Your body's silent clock controls practically everything. Your mood, metabolism, immune system, and nighttime brain repair are all influenced by this silent clock. As you age past 80, your circadian rhythm becomes more sensitive. Not enough daylight and too much nighttime light are major causes of it going off track. Initial detection may be difficult. You may be sleeping more during the day, nodding off in the afternoon sun, or you may have stopped going outside. Especially in winter, you may watch TV at night or read or watch a movie with the lights on. Each shift may appear innocent, but they subtly confuse the body about when to remain attentive and when to rest. The body regulates itself with natural light. Bright morning light stimulates your brain to function and provide necessary energy. Nighttime darkness releases melatonin, a soothing hormone that prepares you for deep, restorative sleep. However, when your eyes don't get enough natural daytime light or evenings are bright from screens or bulbs, your internal signals are confused. You may find it harder to fall or remain asleep. You may wake up drowsy after 8 hours of sleep. You may feel tired or forgetful all day. Sleep disturbance affects more than energy over time. It impairs your immune system, lowers your mood, and accelerates cognitive decline. Natural vitamin D production occurs when skin is exposed to sunshine. After 80, the skin's ability to produce vitamin D declines, making outside exposure even more important. Your bones, muscles, and immune system suffer without it. Helen, 84, was exhausted and disoriented when we chatted. Her diet and meds were unchanged, and her blood work was normal. What was the turning point in her life? Her doctor advised her to sit by the window with her blinds open for 20 minutes in the morning and turn off her screens an hour before bed. In 2 weeks, her sleep improved. So did her memory. So did her mood. She didn't take a new medication. It was light. If you spend most of your time indoors with your blinds closed or if your evenings are filled with blue light from your phone or TV, it's time for a change. Try to get outside within an hour after waking up, even for a few minutes on your porch. Allow dawn light to bathe your skin. Evening, dim the lights. Prepare your body to relax. These subtle beats are survival, not comfort. Many people fail to understand that the body ages due to disorganization, out-of-sync systems, and wear and tear. Restoring your light signals, sleep routine, and everyday rhythms restores structure. That tells your body we're on time at 85. I'm still moving. We're alive. Fourth, emotional repression is a result of loss and isolation. Many individuals in their 80s have suffered more than most younger people can comprehend. They have been a wife, a sibling, a longtime friend, and sometimes even a child. The outside world may give condolences, but it rarely acknowledges how much those losses build in memory and body. In individuals over 80, sadness and emotional suppression are common. You swallow the pain instead of expressing it, pretending to be strong because you think you should be used to it or because no one else understands your loss. Truthfully, the body remembers. Grief doesn't dissipate when not processed, spoken, shared, or felt. I got stored. This emotional weight becomes bodily over time. It impacts immunity, digestion, and sleep. It alters hormones. It maintains tranquil nervous system stress. The hardest aspect is that it's silent. You may appear relaxed. You might say you're fine. Grief may be the cause of your heavier shoulders, shorter breathing, and diminished spark, which has made you feel like you no longer are. I recall George, 86, who lost his 60-year-old wife. Not crying. He stated it wasn't his way. And he was okay. Within a year, he lost weight, stopped going to the senior center, and had difficulties sleeping. His body was holding sorrow it had never been permitted to express. Not disease. You see, emotional suffering may be harmful without being dramatic. It's not always clear when it affects your health. Many people live over 80 for reasons other than physical strength. This is emotional ventilation. This involves the safe expression of emotions such as sadness, anxiety, and longing. It's saying I miss her, am furious, or feel alone without being criticized. That release helps the heart breathe anew. Once the heart can breathe, the body can mend. That's why long-lived people have outlets. Possibly a trusted friend. A journal could be a useful tool. Faith, a community organization, or a therapist may help them unravel decades-old stories. The principle is the same regardless of form. The way we express things can change. Buried stuff festers. In case you've been hoarding something because you didn't know where to put it. Create room. It's important to prioritize your life over your emotions. The heart can only endure so much before it silently shuts down. You must allow your heart to experience life beyond the age of 80. Rather than merely breathing, please let me know you're viewing this video and finding these thoughts useful by commenting number 4 below. To ensure you don't miss any videos, please subscribe and activate the bell. Your donation helps us keep making useful and inspiring material. Let's proceed. The fifth factor is the gradual, daily loss of purpose. One of the most subtle reasons many people don't live past the age of 80 is the gradual loss of something we take for granted until it disappears. Daily goal. A simple life aim, not a complex intellectual one, should be the focus. The sort that gets you up in the morning with something to do, somewhere to go, or someone to see. Dramatic purpose isn't needed. It can water plants before the sun heats them. It may be feeding the cat outside your door. Writing to your granddaughter or mending the back gate hinge are examples. However, when these little routines disappear and mornings and evenings pass without much to think about, something inside shuts down. The body obeys thought. When the mind loses motivation, the body follows. Without purpose, appetite declines, locomotion slows, and health-regulating systems go quiet. These systems are not broken, they are simply waiting for a reason to activate. It happens slowly, making it simple to miss. Perhaps someone canceled your weekly bridge game. Maybe the church stopped gathering. Perhaps your family visits less or your volunteer work halted when your knees hurt. You tell yourself it's normal and part of aging. You sense it deep down. Days mingle, quieter than the last. In my experience, Ruth, 88, seemed more lively than others half her age. She was poor, unhealthy, and had a small family. One thing was constant in her regimen. She sent church shut-ins postcards every Monday. Every Thursday, she froze soup for a local shelter. She sat at her window around 4 p.m. daily. She watched the local youngsters walk home from school. She knew their names. They returned her wave. Although unglamorous, it gave her day dimension. It regulated her heart. Her life continued. The body continues to exist for as long as it perceives a need. Even a tiny purpose is fuel. It instructs cells, organs, and brains to repair, function, and learn. When you feel unimportant, the flame dims. People who live past 80 with grace and vitality frequently have a daily anchor. A garden, pet, notebook, ritual, phone call, or morning prayer may be it. Consistency matters, not scale. It's about understanding that you have a reason to wake up. If you feel lost, like your days have lost significance, don't disregard it. It's not just sadness. It signals. Your body wants rhythm, structure, connection, and purpose. This is because lifespan extends beyond the confines of the heart. This topic is about the heart yearning to beat and the calm longing to keep going. Stay connected and matter. That keeps adults over 80 active and fulfilled. Final thoughts. I'll close this video with a simple but strong reality. Few people fade after 80 due to one event. A diagnosis, tumble, or birthday doesn't change everything. It's the insidious decline of habits, routines, and engagement. Many of these changes are so gradual that you don't notice until something inside feels darker. This is good news. It is possible to reverse slow shifts gradually. 1 walk outside, 1 additional discussion at the shop, 1 morning stretch, and 1 act you do today because it gives structure, connection, or significance. So you start turning things around. Remember our 5 unexpected reasons. Which surprised you most? Which was unsettlingly familiar? More importantly, which one might you consider taking action on today? Even in a small way? Actually, you have more power than you believe. Change how you age, not halt it. If you stay awake to the quiet shifts, defend your rhythms, protect your purpose, and allow yourself to experience what has to be felt, you may not reach 80. Beyond it, you'll live fully and deeply on your terms. Thank you for coming today. We want to hear from you. Comment below with 1 item you learned today and how you'll apply it. Your opinions matter to us, so share them. Reading your comments inspires us. Please like, subscribe, and share this helpful video. Your donation helps us keep making useful and inspiring material. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.